Both Adam's sons and Eve's daughters now knew of each other's existence through their parents. Adam's sons were taught to view Eve's daughters as harlots, beings meant to be ruled over. Adam instructed them never to allow the women to eat meat or eggs. They were permitted only fruits, certain vegetables, and occasionally milk. Eve's daughters, on the other hand, had a very different picture painted in their minds by their mother. They were taught that men desire, first and foremost, sex, and thus came to regard them as sex-driven. They believed men to be physically stronger than they were, and were warned that a man, when enraged, could beat a woman to death. These deeply rooted perceptions held by the children of Adam and Eve created a tremendous rift between them. One day, two of Adam's sons, Gad and Absalom, told their brothers they were going hunting. Along the way, Gad and Absalom engaged in mischief.
Hey, I say we head over to AMAAW and see what the women look like.
Are you crazy? Do you want to drive Father mad?
What will he do, huh? Kill me like he did Reuben?
That's not funny, Gad.
Don't be such an arse. I'm just kidding. Come on, let's go, so we don't get back to Eden late.
Absalom and Gad began running toward the Garden of AMAAW, where they neared the surrounding to get a glimpse of what was going on there. Rahab, one of Eve's daughters, was having a bath in a well inside the garden. The young men saw the beautiful woman who was naked at the time. Then, Absalom and Gad devised means of catching Rahab off guard and rape her. Before Rahab knew it, she was apprehended and got her mouth closed and brutally violated. When the two men had finished, Rahab screamed for help. "Mother, help!" Eve saw her daughter lying on the ground, and at the far end of the garden, she noticed two of her sons running away. Eve's fury was visible. The snake slithered out between her legs and began chasing the fleeing men. It quickly caught up with them and struck both on their heels with tremendous force, forcing them to fall to the ground. The snake bound the two men in a whirlwind motion and drained their brains through their noses and mouths. It then unbound them, leaving their bodies lying dead in the open field. Both Absalom and Gad now had gray hair, having aged rapidly and succumbed to nature immediately after their actions with Rahab, despite having appeared young beforehand, even though they were several hundred years old. Meanwhile, Rahab's sisters carried her to an indoor dwelling, where she was tended to by her mother, Eve. Rahab had also become advanced in age after what had occurred with her half-brothers. Eve moved a wet towel, dipped in warm water, across Rahab's forehead to help regulate her body temperature. Rahab was weak and could barely open her eyes. At that moment, the snake arrived and transformed into the female creature that was Lucifer.
Those bastards. They stole her beauty.
Don't tell me they escaped.
Not by any chance. I caught up with them and put both of them to death.
Serves Adam right. Now he will know he cannot walk over me. I know he sent those two boys.
Of course he did. But listen, Eve, I have far better news than merely killing those two predators. I now possess both of their DNA, which we will use to give birth to our own sons, so that our daughters will no longer have to mate with Adam's sons.
Wow, Lucifer, thank you so much for doing all this for me and my children.
You and I are one, Eve. Together, we will conquer the man. Just you and I.